Alright, hello everyone, it's Boss here, and I have Zed to help me comment a bit on the changes that Lee has gone through in this patch, just because I think it's a bit more interesting.
And me being an experienced Lee player, since I've played him, I think, in at least 30 matches.
Yes, and you discovered the hidden forbidden technique of F2-1.
Forward 2-1, yeah. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, I won't. While I go through everything.
Ooh.
And yeah, this one is not gonna be as edited as my other ones, but whatever. So, there's a few minor changes, which are like, whatever. Hurt box on this is expanded, so some moves
Wait, I can't see anything.
Oh.
Do I have to use my imagination?
Yes, use your imagination, hold on.
Okay. That's much better than my imagination. Okay.
Yeah, this is the high-quality professional content you're used to on this channel.
Yeah.
The few small things, the hurt box on the slide has been expanded, so some moves don't whiff. This doesn't go under some jabs anymore, which is a bummer, whatever. I don't know why they changed that. That was like that in Tekken 7.
Well, probably not intended, or it was...
It was like that forever in Tekken 7. It was kind of cool in certain matchups, but I guess it's a bit unfair in those matchups, like Kazuya was one of them. They fixed this so it doesn't whiff on the second hit when you hit him from the side a little bit.
The fools.
Yeah. This was really annoying in Tekken 7, where you would just hit them at the wall and the second hit whiffs for no reason and you just die after that. But what I really wanted to talk about was the changes to Lee's heat, which is more significant. So, I know you don't play Lee, but you knew that this just used to whiff all the goddamn time. Now he steps forward a lot more. So it has a lot more range. It's actually on par with everybody else now. Because everybody else had infinite range on this stupid thing.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like it connects.
Yeah, it doesn't, but Lee's was incredibly short before. So, the main thing that impacts...
So is it guaranteed now?
Yeah, it's 100% guaranteed.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the character, doesn't matter if it's a punish or whatever, or if you hit them from long range. What was it, like... yeah, this would
I fought a bunch of
whiff.
Lees, like, who kept trying to get that and failing every time, and
me too, because it was just that strong. The thing is now, you do this every time, because it just does a billion damage. Doesn't matter if the move you punish, if it's like a hell sweep or whatever. You know, usually to get optimal damage, you do this on the stagger lows, because hell sweeps used to whiff sometimes, or some other moves depending on the character in the matchup. Like it never worked on Arena, for example. So you do this every time, but the thing is, I'm not sure I actually like this change. Not fully. Like, I'm sure I'll be very glad to have it when I'm shooting for God of Destruction or fighting in tournaments or whatever. But generally, it kind of... It's not exactly brain dead, because you still need to know some frames, and you need to duck highs, and then this is a really good punish. Which is great. It improves your win rate a lot. It makes Lee possibly a lot stronger than he was. But I'm definitely gonna sound like an elitist here. You know, call me an elitist if you want.
Elitist.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it just lowers the skill requirement to play him. And it's not like, oh, you can do this, but you have better options. This is just straight up the best option you have. And I dropped the combo again, but whatever. So it genuinely doesn't matter what you do. Like, you should have been able to do this, and that was a big problem for me. I used to be terrible at punishing stagger lows with this. Like, I just defaulted.
You need to crouch cancel to do that.
No, you don't need to crouch cancel, you just need to, you know, input it.
But what's the difficulty with that? More difficult input, or...?
Well, it's more difficult input. It's not something you use, really, because it's only a punish for stagger lows. And it's just much easier to just do this.
Yeah.
And now I have no reason to practice doing this, because I can just do this every time and it's much stronger. It puts me in heat, it does a billion damage, like you cross 100
Yeah.
damage easily if you get the full combo from this. This wasn't even the full combo, that's over 100 damage.
Yeah.
The second change is one he suffered because of the global changes to heat dashes, where if you do a move that flips them like this, they can recover a lot quicker. They can side roll out of it. But that impact is that you can't hit them with this anymore. And that used to be a really cool and really fun tech to use. But now the best thing you can do is blazing kick, but if you don't do it fast enough, it's gonna whiff.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be on point. It works, but you have to be on point. So most of the time you're just gonna end up doing this, because you're not gonna want to risk it.
Yeah, and that's what, 3 damage difference, like.
Yeah.
But what if you delay it a little bit? Can you get that blazing kick launch?
No, you can't.
Okay,
They
you
just,
can't trap them like that. Okay.
Yeah, they evade and they launch you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's number one thing. This was really fun to use. You don't get to use it anymore. And like, I can't be too mad because other characters suffered as well, but honestly, I think I'd rather have that than this being consistent. Not only because it's more fun, but it plays into what Lee is supposed to, play like better. Because one thing about Lee, he has amazing punishment. You have this 11 frame punish that bounds them like that in the heat dash. So if you were good and you knew your frame data and everything, okay, you could just punish them with that and hit them with this, and it's a lot of damage. And it rewards you
11
for
frames.
Yeah, it rewards you for matchup knowledge. It rewards you for good punishment. And I talked about this in my parry video. If you catch their wake up, you can even catch them like that and then just hit them with that again.
And then it keeps going.
Well, it doesn't keep going because you don't have heat the second time, but...
but you can do the while running... what was it? That puts you in hitman stance at the end, right?
Yeah, you can do
this.
And just... it was really cool. Second, from a counter hit, you could do that from a counter hit. This was natural on counter hit. That's natural. And if you got them with that, you could finish with that. You could finish with that, and that's, what, 70-ish damage, I think, or 80. That was really cool, and it rewarded you for, having better timing than your opponent, and recognizing that you counter-hit, and then hit confirming it into this. So that was another very cool and very fun tech that plays into Lee's specialty. That doesn't work anymore. You get a lot less damage from it. And you also had, from a 13 frame punish, you had that punish, that you could do this again. And you also had it from parry, from my Pegasus parry tech. You could do that, and it improves the damage on your parry when you're not at the wall massively. And that's gone now.
Just a shitload of damage.
Yeah. So he did get hold on, Kazuya. He did get consistency in this, which is very strong. But overall, he lost a lot of great tools and fun tools, which is a bit of a bummer, honestly.
So streamlined, basically.
It's streamlined, and yeah, this isn't completely brain dead because you still need to read the duck, know the frames, or duck a high. But I don't know. I
mean, ducking high isn't. I mean, that's just on the level of throwing out a Manjigiri. Then it's you can even throw it out. What's that on block?
It's
like the
minus 13.
Okay, so it's not even like horrible. Like Manjigiri itself is minus 14.
Yeah. He might well be stronger, because all you need to do is hit this once or twice in a match and you kill them. And maybe call me salty because that also killed my micro dash stack and I was the first to discover that, whatever anybody else says. And there's no need to do that anymore either.
Yeah, because it's guaranteed.
It's guaranteed now. So that's 2 of my techs that are significantly made obsolete by this update. So okay, maybe I'm just salty, but I don't know.
From my perspective, this isn't really that surprising because I told you before, but you wouldn't believe me, that they were gonna keep streamlining more and more and more. And I don't know what the game is gonna look like by the end of its cycle, but I don't think I'm going to like it.
This isn't necessarily the streamlining thing, because you can still do everything I talked about. You know the punishes, you recognize your counter hits, you hit confirm this. Oh, I didn't even say that. You can hit confirm this shit. If not hit confirm, you can definitely Twitch confirm it. And if you're good, you can even hit confirm this. And this is not so much streamlining as it is a global nerf to heat. Because everybody was complaining about heat being too strong, and it was kind of too strong. But
not for all characters. I mean, you'd still have... I mean, yes. It is still too strong for some characters, I think. But, I don't think these minor changes are going to change fucking June's 6-kilometer heat nonsense, or King getting a free 50-50 that can't kill you, depending on your health.
Well, fortunately, June's shit got nerfed because you can sidestep it now. Much better.
Oh, finally! Fuck.
Yeah, that was, I think, in the previous patch.
Okay.
No, I think it was this one. The previous one was nerfing.
I haven't played much of this patch specifically, but I played the previous, so I was like, I tried sidestepping, and it didn't really work out well.
Yeah, so it didn't because it realigned, but yeah, it's not like this is streamlined. It's just nerfed, but it also makes the cool and fun techs kind of pointless, since you don't do any damage to that anymore.
Well, that means they are incentivizing the simpler paths, which is literally just streamlining.
I guess, but there has to be a way to keep this without keeping it too strong. Okay, proposition. I'm not confident in this. I need to think about it and test it out. But maybe instead of making this super consistent. You still need to microdash to do it, but you expand the hitbox on the heat burst downwards, so the microdash is a bit easier to pull off.
I mean,
and as a trade-off, you can give me back this super contact.
I think the issue is that it looks like it shouldn't require a special tech to do, because the problem was that it was inconsistent for some characters, like for larger hitboxes.
Yeah, for larger hurtbox characters like King or Victor or Dragunov,
they were consistent anyway.
Yeah, it was consistent because they were tall. For Reyna, it absolutely never worked unless you
I know,
hit
they
it.
always missed me.
Yeah, unless you hit it in neutral, point blank, then it works. Otherwise, it just consistently misses.
No, I think they managed to hit me, of the, 20 Lees that I faced at some point, I think only a couple managed to hit that maybe 2 times, and then they just didn't want to use it at all in the matches. I think it's just frustrating, and I think it's a good change, because it makes sense that it shouldn't. I also like the fact that they changed it in similar ways for Steve. For example, the Lionheart transition, where now you don't have to do a 3 consecutive just frames just to be able to block off the Lionheart.
Another thing about this, if you hit this on a counter hit, you could do the heat dash from there, and it's guaranteed. That was huge fucking damage. And you also used to be able to do this. Whoop! I wasn't in heat. You used to be able to do this, and that was very good. And it's not like it's completely streamlined. That's actually the opposite of streamlined, because doing this is way easier than doing this. Yeah, messed it up there. Okay, well, I mean, in heat, if you already have heat, it's you can mash it out, but you still need to press it in time. Or if it's a bit too far, the jab could whiff, because it's not that stubby, but it's a little bit stubby. And, you know, you still have this deck. And you'll see it's not exactly easy. Even if you mash it out, you could miss the blazing kick if you go for that. And that is still pretty good damage. It's not as good as Heat Dash, but on the other hand, you also don't spend the rest of your heat to do it. And I keep failing now recording Curse. There we go. You know, it's still decent damage, and you don't spend your heat, but I think it was just nice that you could spend your entire heat and get more damage out of it. But, you know, again, maybe I'm just an elitist. I'm definitely an elitist. I talk shit about the simple characters so much.
I talk shit about simple characters as well, but it's not elitism. I just don't think that I don't like the direction where the game is heading. Basically, it's not making it. It's making it simple in the wrong way. It's making it simple in that it gives you options that put your opponent in very difficult situations, and you don't have to put any effort into it.
Well,
and
that's what it was. Dispatch, I know you haven't been keeping up, but Dispatch changed a lot of that. With a lot of the running options being a lot easier to step. You know, even namely Reina's FF2. This thing is only like...
Which is good. I think it makes the character much more interesting.
Yeah, it does. This thing, Heat Burst, I think it's like only +1 on block now. Yeah, it's only +1 on block now. So you're not completely helpless when when you block that now.
That caught me off guard when I was playing a little bit recently, and it's like, how the fuck are they hitting me? Oh, okay.
It puts them in crouch. Well, I mean, for Lee, I really don't mind, because 10 frames... pretty good.
Yeah.
But everybody else has 11 frames. That 10-frame dick jab, it's not a free mix-up anymore. But the thing with this change for Lee is the game theory is now you just don't duck Lee. You just never fucking duck, because he either takes away half your health or he kills you, unless he drops the combo with this.
Yeah, but he's now has more options, like with the tracking slide, and with which can come out really quickly. And you have back 3-3 as well, which
God damn, recording Curse!
Yeah.
Yeah, technically, game theory says you never duck Lee anymore from a mathematical point of view, but, you know, that does mean you have to out-psychology him now, because otherwise he can just get you in an endless... endless slide vortex, and you'll die eventually.
And even just like back 3-3 is a ridiculous addition to Lee. I mean,
it is, but he definitely needed it because he had no way to open up people in Tekken 7. But yeah, that's about it. I think he's stronger, and I am definitely gonna be glad that works. But I am very sad that this was gone, and maybe it's just because of my decks that are now obsolete, but you know, it is what it is. I'm definitely gonna improve my win rate now that this is consistent.
I know I'm happy with the changes to Reina and Steve. Honestly, I think they're both now much better characters than they were before.
I guess one thing is, if you've already spent your heat and you block Hell Sweep or something, then you do this, definitely. So it's not a complete waste, but, you know, if you outplay your opponent a little bit, you're probably gonna kill them before they get a chance to Hell Sweep you or do a stagger low. But, yeah, we'll see how it pans out. At higher levels, there are more players that have solid defense, so you could end up spending your heat without killing them.
Guess we'll see.
Guess we'll see. Point is, I'm an elitist, fuck you, I guess. Bring back my tech, Harada! That was my tech! That was my legacy! And you killed it!
In the immortal words of Harada, don't ask me for shit.
Yeah. Alright, goodbye.
Alright, and remember guys, sit the hell down and shut up.